Following a brutal Game 3 loss to open their home ALCS games, Seattle Mariners had another crack at a 3-1 lead tonight, but, well, instead, spoiler alert, Law dropped another home game to watch the series slip. It's now a 2-all series. The Mariners again started the game just like last night, a home run to open in front, but again fell behind and couldn't catch up after the Toronto Bats refused to cool down. The Blue Jays have a combined 29 hits and 21 runs through their first two Seattle games, and they, of course, leveled the series. Julio Rodriguez and Cal Raleigh combined for 4 strikeouts and no hits tonight. Josh Naylor, the biggest offensive performer by far, with a perfect 3-for-3 day at the plate. The M's return for their final home game this series tomorrow. Game 5 begins at 3:08 p.m. It's Bryce Miller facing Kevin Gausman on the mound in a repeat pitching performance from Game 1. Seattle Kraken tripped and skidded hard tonight, falling 4-3 to shootout loss after a late allowed goal. You're looking at the clock right here in the corner. You see there's less than 2 minutes to play the game, and Dylan Kozis scores the game-tying empty net goal to level the scoring at 3-all. And then former North Dakota hockey standout Shane Pinto won the shootout, which sits pretty well after his franchise record in NHL leading 6 goals in his first 5 games this season for Ottawa. Chandler Stevenson led the way for Seattle tonight, cashing in a pair of goals to open his score sheet on the young season. Seattle does stay in their Northeast Canadian road trip, facing the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's Saturday at 4 p.m. Washington State football travels to the number 18 Virginia Cavaliers in just a couple days, and they'll need all the help they can get to stop one of the better offenses in the country right now. The Cougs defense has the second most missed tackles in the nation with 102. That staggering number held the Cougs back from tighter games and maybe even a few more wins. And head coach Jimmy Rogers replied to how the team has struggled to bring ball carriers down.
Yeah, we're terrible right now tackling. What do I think leads to it? Poor technique in tackling. Breaking down too far away, not keeping your leverage on the ball, not having the right foot up on contact, not trusting the guy inside of me, being out of control and not maybe giving up what it could be 2 to 3 more yards if I just slow my tempo slightly, but my feet are a big part of how I can make tackles.
2 more sleeps until another road game for Washington State. The Cougs get their shot to take down those ranked Cavaliers down when they travel to Charlottesville. That's again this Saturday. If the Cougs come out on top, their first ranked road win since September 2022, that was at Wisconsin. We got a pretty cool halftime show for the Mount Spokane Band and Dancers, flag twirlers, entertaining a pretty happy home crowd so far. Their Cats are up 4 scores at the break. Ferris deep in their own end zone on the pass, and Johnny Haley lurking, snagging the pick, no problem. Getting back to the end zone, it's Mount Spokane pick 6 to stretch their lead. Extra point incoming, but hey, solid D from Kalen Manzi with the block. 34-0 game. Saxon's offense back to work. Handoff goes to Zachary Burgess, who bursts through the line into the second level on 2nd and long. He gets a first down on a great rush here for Ferris. But later in that drive, pass is going to be tipped up. Watch this phenomenal catch. Grant Ader, nice grab from the senior there. The Wildcats would shut down the Saxons, though, in the 4th. Handoff to Rashad Franklin, brother of Rock Franklin. Touchdown, Mount Spokane. And they're going to roll in the win, 41-0 to advance the Wildcats to 6-1 on the season. And they drop Ferris down to 0-7. Stick with us. After the break, we're going to have our Game of the Week winner coming up.